me just check this out. Okay. Hello there and welcome back to another live stream of Measureschool.com, teaching you the data-driven way of digital marketing. We are live right now after some technical problems. Today I want to tell you again about Measure Masters, our new membership community that we have just launched last week, and we're still in launch week. Now, over the last few live streams that we did on Friday and yesterday and today, I want to tell you about Measure Masters. And we already dove into our community a little bit in terms of what it actually is. We looked at the learning library, so all the different courses that you get inside of Measure Masters. We talked about the resources that you get. And today I want to tell you how you can actually benefit from our community, from the support that you can get inside of Measure Masters. Now, if you are not familiar with it, then head over to measuremasters.com. Measureschool.com/measuremasters. This is our landing page. We have a launch special going on right now that you can check out, and this is still available for the next day. So on this page, you find all the information here, and our launch special is still going on till tomorrow, where you can get this for $57 instead of $79 afterwards. So if you still want to get in, then this is your chance. Inside of Measure Masters, we have training. This is something I've talked about in a previous live stream from Friday that you can check out. And there's also one bonus lesson in there, so I encourage you to look at this. The second one is that we have inside of our trainings, we have challenges, so you actually get in doing and practicing. Then we have tools and resources. This is all about templates, checklists, and tools that we have built for Measure Masters. We did a live stream yesterday about this. And today I want to talk about our community aspect, because going on a data-driven way is sometimes a bit hard in terms of keeping motivated and not losing track once you get frustrated because you can't move forward because you have a problem. I had my fair share of problems when I started learning this way and trying to go through it. There were not that many learning resources out there, and that's why we started Measure Masters actually. So what can you expect in terms of community features and support inside of Measure Masters? So first of all, let's take a look at what you would be seeing when you log in. This is our dashboard here. This is where you go through the different sections. And we have courses, which we talked about in the previous live stream, resources, and we have also live community and coaching. So what is live community and coaching all about? So first of all, let's talk about our live stream. So every month we do a live training that you can participate in. And these live workshops are about a certain topic that we vote on. And last time we did it about source tracking. The previous month we did a funnel tracking, custom task, the Google Analytics custom task, measurement plan, the GA data deletion. This was about GDPR and data deletion, and we did a general Q&A there. So diverse topics here, and obviously at the end of each live stream I take questions and about this topic, but also related to our measure questions as a whole. So this is be a chance to dive in, be inside live on the community, and I will answer your questions right there. Second part, you can ask questions inside of our community. Now, our community is a Facebook group, just because most people hang out on Facebook, and we have much more engagement over at Facebook if we would put this into a private forum. And here are all our Measure Masters, and they ask questions. We have Julius here, for example, who is also part of Measure Masters. I blocked out the name here from our other Measure Master just so that I don't get in trouble. And we have diverse questions here. So some people have questions and we try to answer them as fast as possible. And you can really get into different areas here, because it's really interesting that people have different opinions about tracking techniques, about how they would implement something. So this is something you could check out inside of Measure Masters. Different Measure Masters have different opinions, and I love that about Measure Masters actually, that there are always different ways of doing things, and my way might not be the best way. I dive into this community also a lot. Then I also share things like things that I'm working on right now. It's a GTM copy paste extension, if I come across any resources that are out there that are worth sharing, I put them into the community as well. So stuff that I usually read. And then we also have spontaneous videos that I sometimes post. So sometimes I just finish something up and I just want to get it out there to the Measure Masters. I put this into the community over Facebook. And so you get always a sneak peek on know what I'm working on, where I'm at. And sometimes I get questions that I can answer with a video as well. I post them really quickly in there. So this is our community. Now I realize that not everybody is loving Facebook for that matter, because it's not very easily searchable. So we also put this into a spreadsheet or a Google community doc that you can search. And we have a lot of posts here that are available and searchable at any time. All right. Then our coaching section. Now, I realize that a lot of people are joining because they want to get in contact with me and ask questions. And you will be able to do this via our coaching section. Now, our coaching section is a private community, a private thread that you can open up with me and upload any kind of screenshots or pictures or videos. If you have anything that you think is supports your case, that I should answer this, or I should answer this in a better manner in terms of having a good question, good answer. And I don't have anything here on this page because this is actually private per user account. So this is where you can post your questions in and ask questions about your clients, for example. So we have a very professional crowd inside of Measure Masters, and people run agencies or they have different clients. They are maybe on the PPC side, SEO side, and they just want to get an opinion. They can put this into this field of the coaching section, and they will get a reply from me pretty fast. I would say it always takes some time. That depends on the question, of course, how fast I can answer it. People also sometimes have questions about what is inside, where can I find the best videos about different tracking techniques, right? And I will be able to point them in the right direction. We also obviously have our support bubble down here that you can ask questions to, and we'll try to get back via email. This goes over to email to us. So this is also something you can use, obviously. But the coaching section is really, if you want to get into a thread of opinions, for example, how would you do this? And we can have a conversation about it inside of this little forum, just private forum for yourself. So this is our coaching section, which we just recently opened up, and I dive into questions all the time here with the Measure Masters. Cool. So these are different modes of getting in contact with me via the community, via coaching, via the live streams. We also have a special discount on our troubleshooting calls. You might know that on our measureschool.com/services, you can actually book calls with me, and these are heavily discounted for Measure Master. So if you want to get on a call with me, then you'd be able to book a session. This costs a little bit extra, but it's heavily discounted for the guys out there in the Measure Masters community. That is it for the different modes that I interact with you. I hope I hope to see you on a live session, obviously, this is really the most fun part for me, to see other Measure Masters live. We have very high level conversations there that we have in the chat, and it's always fun to talk to people live and see them interact with me. But other than that, I love to get questions via coaching section and so on. Now, maybe a little sneak peek for all of you who are already Measure Masters and are seeing this. we are about to launch a new course, a new section of Measure Masters, which is actually the measure questions. And sometimes I get really good questions via the live chat or via the community group where I think, well, this would make a good tutorial and this would lend itself to real good visuals. And that's why I'm going to open up a section where I'm actually going to do tutorials for the questions that certain members had and fill them up with the questions that were actually asked. So we already have a great tutorial coming out, and the section is going to launch tomorrow, so or the day after on Thursday. So if you are not yet Measure Masters and you want to get in on the action, then this is also a mode that sometimes I do tutorials for students, actually for questions of students. And just reiterate maybe what I have in other tutorials, but explain it in a different manner and through the lens of Measure Masters, because these are probably more advanced people who know already about the certain tracking mechanisms, and we can put this all into a personal tutorial for them. But also beneficial and viewable to everybody else out there who is in Measure Masters. Cool. All right. These are the different modes. If you are interested in signing up, then check out our landing page at measureschool.com/measuremasters. And we still have this launch discount for the next day.